Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GMAT out of this book here, the GMAT Review, the official guide. If you do not own this book already, buy it immediately. You will find it at mba.com. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 177, problem solving 187. Let's take a look at it. It says, if p is an even integer and q is an odd integer, which of the following must be an odd integer? Which of the following must be an odd integer? That is the most important word in this question. The word being must, which means if I find one exception where it is not an odd integer, that's all I have to show you, because of the use of the word must. So I'm going to make up two integers. P, they tell me, has to be even. So let's make p equal to 4, and q is an odd integer. Let's make up q is odd. Let's make up 5. I'm just making it up for no good reason. You can make up anything you like. Let's look at a. A tells me p over q. Question simply is, which of the following must be an odd integer? Must be an odd integer, not just integer, but an odd integer. This is not even an integer. This is just 4 over 5. This is just going to be 4 over 5. It's not even an integer. This doesn't work. P times q. Well, there you go. P times q. P times q is an integer, is equals to 20, but it's not an odd integer. So that doesn't work. Let's look at C. 2 times p plus q. 2 times p in our case is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. And 13 is odd, so that works. I'm going to keep it. D says, and now we only found the answer. You see, it works, but I just like to have a little bit insurance here to make sure that we have not messed it up. So I'm just going to take a couple of more seconds to figure it out. P plus q would be 9. 9 times 2 is 18, and 18 is not odd; it's even. And finally, E is 3 times p over q, which is 5. It's not even an integer, let alone an odd integer. It's not even an integer. It's 12 over 5. It doesn't work. So the only answer choice where we find an odd integer is this one. That's it. That's your answer. That's one way of doing it. If you want to understand it in an abstract sense, on an abstract level as to why this is the right answer, the classical thinking, the traditional thinking, the proper thinking, if you like, I'm going to quickly explain to you why this is the answer. You see, p is even. If you multiply 2 is even number, and if you multiply by p, what we have here is even times even. And of course, even times even is always going to be even. If you take any two even numbers, 2 times 4, 4 times 14, 9, and 20 times 36. No matter what two even numbers that you take, when you multiply them, you end up with an even number. So that's this part, 2 times p. And then we have plus q. So this is even plus q, which is an odd integer. So even plus an odd. If you have an even number, and if you add odd numbers to it, obviously you're going to end up with the odd numbers. That's all they're talking about. If you have an even integer, and if you add odd integers to it, of course the sum is going to be odd, which is why C is the answer. So that's it. This is C. 2p plus q. I hope you understood it, and I hope you found it helpful. When I say I hope you understood it, what I mean to say is that I hope my explanation was good enough. Not that you lack being able to understand it. I hope that my explanation was cogent enough. I hope that my explanation was lucid enough that you understood it, that it was understandable. If you wish to buy my DVDs, in which I show you the solutions to all the problems, all the math problems, all 400 of them, or if you wish to hire me for personal, private, face-to-face tutoring, I am located in Connecticut. In either case, go to my website at www.prep, for gmaat.com. Send me an email and we'll talk. All right? Thank you.